Hello students, welcome to the 12th lecture. So in the last lecture we have done one question on remainder estimation theorem. So we will continue more questions for this theorem only in the today's lecture. So let us write another example related to the remainder estimation theorem. So your question is, find the M series, that is Maclaurin series of f of x is equal to, you need to first find out the Maclaurin series of cos of x and hence determine for what values of x we can replace cos of x by 1 minus x square by 2 factorial with error of magnitude not greater than 0.005. Now in this type of problem what you have been given, you have given the magnitude of error and you need to find out the values of x for which, like if you put x in place of just these two terms, the magnitude of the error for the whole infinite series and you approximated will be less than 0.005. So let's see how to solve this type of problem with the help of the remainder estimation theorem. So first of all I will write down the Maclaurin series for the cos of x. So the Maclaurin series of fx is equal to cos of x is, firstly I'll write down the journal formula so that you remember the formula. So this is the Maclaurin series and here f of x is cos of x and you know how to find out f dash x and then put 0 and finally what you will get? You will get this because I'll put this and f dash will be, and you have to find it out at x is equal to 0, x square by 2 factorial minus of cos x at x is equal to 0. This I am writing so that you put here, you need to put x is equal to 0 over here, so you will get the final Maclaurin series for cos of x, this at x is equal to 0 and plus, you can leave it here. Okay, so now you can see that you have a series which is equal to this. So this one I will write it down at equation number 1. So this one is the Maclaurin series of cos of x. Now let us see how we can find out what are the value of x for which the magnitude of the error will be less than this 0.005. Now just see this series. What do you find? That this one is an alternating series. This one is positive. You can easily see equation number 1, this is positive, then this is negative, then this is positive, and the next term will be negative, and so on. So this is an alternating series. So you already know the error bounds for the alternating series. So let us use that theorem to find the values of x. So this one is method 1. I also discuss it with remainder estimation theorem, and you can connect with both then, that how it gives the same result. So method 1, by using alternating series estimation theorem. So in the short form I write it like this. So since we need to take, like we need to approximate cos of x with only these two terms. So what you have done in alternating series estimation test is that the magnitude of the error is less than the first unused term. So from this, therefore by ASET, what we will write? Error bound will be less than first unused term, and we need to satisfy what? This is given in question, that your error magnitude should be not greater than this. That means that our error should be less than this value. Okay, this one is given in the question only. So this implies that what will be the value of x? This will be, let me see, this is 0.005. So I'll rub 10, and this will be, so you can find out the value of x as, this is an approximate value. So now you can see this implies that x, the value of x is between minus 0.5 to 0.5. That means if you take any x in between these values, and if you consider only two terms for approximating cos x, your error will be less than 0.005. So just for your convenience, I will write down the interpretation so that you are not confused, because in the previous lecture we found the bound where x was given, but here we know the bound and we found out the x. So I will just quickly write down the interpretation. It means that if cos of x is replaced by these two terms and we want the error should not be greater than 0.005, then the value of x should be kept in the range minus 0.59 to 0.59. That is, if you choose any x in between these two values and approximate cos x by just two terms, you will your error will be not greater than this value. Okay, so now method, we will move on to method 2, that is using remainder estimation theorem. Since it was an alternating series, so we can apply the alternating series bound also to find out the value of x. So let's see, we will solve the same question by, so I'll write that down there, method 2 by remainder estimation theorem. Okay, so now again I am writing the M series of cos of x is, okay, so what you have to do, you have to approximate cos x with only these two terms. Now just see, by using the Taylor formula, just by looking at this, and what sense you have is that by using the Taylor formula, you also know that what is Taylor formula. This one is my P naught, the order is, I write it, this one is just order 0, this one is 1, this one is 2. So by looking at this, what will you consider? You will consider is, okay, so now consider this as an equation A. Now where P2 x is 1 minus x square by 2 factorial. This is of order 3, this is of order 4, and so on. I hope that you understand why I wrote this. This is a Taylor polynomial of order 0. Like if I ask you what is the Taylor polynomial of order 0 for cos x, you will just write this. And if I ask you of order 1, you will write till this. Order 2, you will write till here, and so on. So now see, if I use this one, R2x will be equal to n plus 1, that is this. Okay, so quickly we will see what is, because in this you already know that finding this c is not possible. So what we do is find the maxima, like bound, the upper bound of this, and we replace it. So first of all, let us write this is equal to sine of c x cube upon 6, which is less than, now you already know that this has a value less than or equal to 1. So I can write it as 1. Now this one is 0.00, the error bound should be less than, and this implies that this gives you, now this gives you, okay. So now you see some problem that earlier you were getting the value of x that was between minus 0.59, and when you apply the remainder estimation theorem, you are getting the value of x should be in between these two values, 0.31 to minus 0.31 to positive 0.31. Now let us look that what is the problem. So if you see this one, like we have cut the series till here, and even if we cut the series till here, we will get the same approximation. So whenever there is a 0, like you have only the series till 1 minus x square by 2 factorial, and when you opened cos of x, you saw that the next term was 0. So obviously if you consider the polynomial, the Taylor polynomial of order 3, it would be same as this only. So whenever it is the case, we will take the higher value of n, because if I consider the Taylor polynomial of order 2, it will be the same, and if I consider the Taylor polynomial of order 3, we will have the same polynomial. So whenever this is a case, we will always consider the higher order Taylor polynomial for calculating the error. So this choice is wrong. I told you why, because after it there was a 0. So what we will do, we will now consider the Taylor polynomial. Now I will write the correct version. So this is a correct version. Earlier I did not consider one term and I considered till R2 only. So since cos of x is 1 minus x square by 2 factorial, and you know that p2x is equal to p3x. You have already seen, because there is a 0. So if you consider the Taylor polynomial of 2 order and Taylor polynomial of 3 order, they are the same. So we will consider the Taylor formula by this, and now we consider Taylor formula f of x is equal to p3x plus r3x. The initial choice was wrong because of this 0. So I hope you are understanding that whenever this is the case that the next term is 0, for the expansion of the Taylor series or Maclaurin series, you will always consider the higher order polynomial. Okay, so we have R3x as f4c x to the power by 4 factorial. Okay, now again we will see what is the error. This is our error term. So again this c is unknown, so we will find out the bound. So R3x, mod of R3x will be equal to mod of error. So the error will be equal to cos. You can see that if you 4 times differentiate cos of x, finally you will get this into x to the power 4, and again this is less than or equal to 1, so I can write it as, okay, so error is less than x to the power 4 by 4 factorial is less than 0.5. This is given in the question. So this implies that x is less than 0.59, and this implies that we have a value of x as this. Now you can clearly see that whatever you obtained in the alternating series estimation theorem, you are getting the same result for this RE, like remainder estimation theorem. So interpretation are the same. So the main thing to note is here that do not consider the lower order polynomial for the Taylor formula when the next term is coming out to be 0. You have to consider this also. Okay. So let us do another problem. For what positive values of x can you replace by x with error of magnitude not greater than 1% value of x? So now let us see. Again we need to find out the value of x, for which, like if I replace log of 1 plus x by x, then the magnitude of the error should not exceed 1% value of x. So let us solve this. So for solving, first of all you need to find the Maclaurin series. So I write down directly the Maclaurin series of this is, I am writing down directly, this will be, and so on, minus and so on. So now what we need to do is we need to approximate, just we have to take first term. So now what we will do, now we can see it easily that here it is positive, then it is negative, then it is positive. So let us again do this question by both the methods, so that both the methods are revised. So by using method 1, by using alternating series estimation theorem. So using this, the error will be less than what? The first unused term. This is our first unused term. So I will write this as, and it is given that it should be less than 1% of value of x. The magnitude of the error should be less than 1% of the magnitude value of x. So this implies that 0.011% of magnitude of x. This implies that mod of x is less than 0.02, and this implies that, and for what positive values, it is clearly written that for what positive values of x, so we will just consider the positive values of x, we will not take the negative ones. So I will write only positive values to be considered. Okay, so now you got the answer from the alternating series estimation theorem. Now what you need to do is use remainder estimation theorem to find the same result. Okay, so let us use method 2, using remainder estimation theorem. Okay, so when you expand the Maclaurin series of is, I have already written, but I'll write it down. Like if you put f0, it is coming out to be 0. Then x then x square by 2 factorial, or you can just write 2 plus x cube by 3 and so on. Now if you see, you can see this is a Taylor polynomial, because this remainder estimation theorem requires the Taylor polynomial, and Taylor polynomial, for the Taylor polynomial we need to know the Taylor polynomial up to what order. So for what we will do, we will write down the Taylor polynomial. So by Taylor formula we have, okay, so people make mistake in considering, like if you have written the series from here, like you do not wrote this 0, and then you can write this as P0x plus R naught x. This is wrong, because actually this x is the first order Taylor polynomial. Up like till x, this will be the first order Taylor polynomial. So this is wrong, that if you start writing from here and you wrote this P naught x plus R naught x, it will not give you the correct result. So this will give you the correct result. So you need to consider this Taylor formula, and where P1x is, okay, so the error term is related to this only. So just we will see the error magnitude is equal to this, is equal to, now again to get rid of this we need to find out its maximum value. So let us see what is the f double derivative of x. So this will be equal to, and therefore f2c is equal to minus 1 by 1 plus c square. Now if you see, if I take the magnitude, this will become like positive. So what will be the maximum value? We can say this c, since c is positive value, so it will become greater than 1. So what can we write about its value? The maximum value can be written as this. Okay, so now putting this value in this, what we will get? We will get the error will be less than, I put the bound 1 x square by 2 factorial. Now this is given that this should be 1% of value of x. So again the same thing, you are getting 0.01 into, so this will get solving this, and this implies that x should be, so this is the same result, you get in alternating series estimation theorem, using alternating series estimation theorem. So I hope that you now understand that the alternating power series, like alternating Maclaurin or Taylor series, can be like, we can use the alternating series estimation theorem for the alternating Taylor series and Maclaurin series. But when we get all the positive, like we have the terms all positive, then only we will use RET, that is remainder estimation theorem. So we will do few more questions on this. For approximately what values of x, sin x can be replaced by x minus x cube by 3 factorial with an error of magnitude no greater than 5 into 10 to the power minus 4. Okay, so simply what you can do is that firstly write down the Maclaurin series. So the Maclaurin series of f of x sin x is equal to, I'll write down the full so that you are not confused that this one is 0 order polynomial, this 2 will be the first order, this is second, and so on. So order, I'll write down order, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. Now what we need to we need to cut here. Now again see that this is 0. So here again we find out that this is alternating series, so we can obviously use alternating series estimation theorem. So first method, so by using this your work will get more easier. Whenever you find the alternating series, apply this one, because RET is much more calculative. So it is easy that whenever you find the Taylor series or Maclaurin series that has alternate signs, just use this alternating series estimation theorem. So this is very simple, that is the error magnitude will be less than the first unused term. So this is the first unused term. We have already told that whenever the next term is 0, what you have to do, you have to consider it till here. So this one will be okay. Now by question we have this error bound. So this implies that, and this implies that mod of x is less than 5 factorial into 5 into 10 to the power minus 4 to 1 by 5th root. So this implies that this is less than or equal to 0.56968. Okay. So now this you have got your answer. Now what we need to do, again we have to apply that method 1 we have done, and we have already found the solution, but we want to see that what happens when we apply RET, remainder estimation theorem. So you just need to use only one method, don't confuse. I am just doing both the methods so that you get that how do these two theorems give the same result. So I'll write by using remainder estimation theorem. Now you are already clear that what we will use the order 4 for writing the Taylor formula. So the Taylor formula, where P4x is equal to x minus x cube by 3 factorial plus R4x and R4x is equal to F5c x to the power 5 by 5 factorial. Okay, now we want to get rid of this value c. So what we will do, we will find out the maxima value of this, that is the upper bound. So firstly I'll write this. Okay, so F5c, you can easily check that this comes out to be cos of c, because your function is sine of x. So if you differentiate it 5 times, you will get this. So again the maximum value of this is less than or equal to 1. So you can replace this with 1, and therefore we will write error is equal to cos of c upon 5 factorial x5, which is less than 1, and as question what we need the error bound to be less than or equal to 5 into 10 to the power minus 4. This implies that mod of x is less than. So again we get the same result as we get from the alternating series estimation theorem. Now I think everything is clear, but I'll write few notes so that you don't forget that if in the Taylor series, in a Taylor or Maclaurin series, if the next term, like up to the Taylor polynomial up to which we consider the next term is 0, we should take the one higher value of n. And secondly, if the M series or T series, that is Taylor series, is alternating series, then we should always prefer alternating series estimation theorem instead of RET. You can write instead of RET. So you will not apply this, you will apply this when you find an alternating series. And the next note is that do not use alternating series estimation theorem in series which are not alternating series. So there use only RET. So which is not alternating, this is correct, this do not apply. So these are the important note you have to keep in mind. So let us do few more questions where we can only solve by this RET. Till now you have done with both, like alternating series estimation theorem and RET. Now we will see that if we have only plus, we will apply only this RET and how to solve those problems. Estimate the error in the approximation sine hyperbolic x is equal to when mod of x is less than 0.5. Okay. So firstly we will write down the Maclaurin series of sine hyperbolic x, which is equal to this function. So what you can do is that find the Maclaurin series for e to the power x, then e to the power minus x, and then subtract and divide by 2. So ultimately you will get the Maclaurin series of sine hyperbolic x. So therefore M series will be equal to 0 plus x plus 0 plus x cube by 3 factorial plus 0 plus x to the power 5 by 5 factorial plus and so on. Okay, now what is your question, that you have approximated sine hyperbolic x by these two terms. That means that you are done till, like, you consider the polynomial till this, but you can see that the next term is 0. So what you will do, you will consider the higher order term. So you will cut your series over here and you can see that the result is same. Like if you cut here till the result is x plus x cube by 3 factorial, and if you cut your polynomial here, you will also get the same. So we will consider the higher order term, like we will consider up to this which is of higher order. So the Taylor formula, and here you can easily see that we cannot apply the alternating series estimation theorem because all the signs are positive, so we cannot apply it. So we will only solve this by the remainder estimation theorem. So by Taylor formula I write down, therefore by Taylor formula we have f of x equal to, so you can write it as order 0, this is order 1, this is order 2, this is order 3, this is order 4. So we have considered still 4 orders. So I will write it like this. Sorry, this is P4 and this is R4x. So now here P4 is obviously where P4x is a Taylor polynomial of 4th order, which is equal to this, and R4x is equal to f5c upon 5 factorial x to the power 5. Okay. So now what you need to find out is f5 C. So you can easily find it out that this will be equal to cos hyperbolic C, which is equal to, or if you write x, I'll write it, this is equal to. So now putting in this, what we will get, error will be equal to R4x, which is equal to cos hyperbolic C x by 5 factorial. So now what you need to do is find the bound, and cos hyperbolic C is not same as cos x. So you cannot replace it by 1. We will put this to find its bound. So this is equal to e to the power c plus e to the power minus c by 2 into x 5 upon 5 factorial. So let's see what is the upper bound for this. Now I'll write, now to find upper bound of, okay, so since you know that this value of c should be in between 0 to x, you have done in theorem, and your value of x is, mod of x is given in this question, that your mod of value of x should be less than this. So what will you get? Your value of x should be in between this, and if I consider this, because it is an increasing function, so I can have this. So what if I write, now from these both, now this if you combine these both, what are you getting? You are getting e to the power c is both combining, you are getting is equal to, is less than this, and this will be approximately equal to 6.5. Okay, again what you can do, like you got the upper bound for this, but you are still left with this. So again I will write the inequality like this is already, you know that the c value should be in between. So this implies that 1, like e to the power 0 is greater than this, is greater than e to the power x, and this implies that e to the power minus c is less than 1. So I can replace this, like, therefore finally the error term will be less than 1.65 plus 1 divided by 2 into this by, and also you have mod x as 0.5, so you can replace this by 0.5. so I'll write down quickly that this is, so therefore the error bound is less than 0.035. Okay, so that means that if your x is in between these values, the error will be always less than this. So finally we will just look at one question. Use M series of sin x and this theorem to show that, okay, so firstly we will write down the Maclaurin series of sin of x, and this is equal to, and so on. Now in the first case, if you consider only this x, this is your first case, that if the series is approximated, if the series is approximated up to x, then by applying ASET, what we will get? We will get the error bound, which is equal to the actual value minus the approx value. So actual value is sin of x and approx value will be x. Now you can easily see that by alternating series estimation theorem, the error will have the same sign which the sign of the first unused term. So it has a negative sign, so this gives you that this will be less than 0. Okay, so this you can say that sine of x by x is less than 1. So this is your first equation. Now case 2, if you approximated the series, if series is approximated up to term x cube by 3 factorial, then the Taylor polynomial will be up to this. Like in the second case, I will consider till this. So again applying ASET alternating series estimation theorem, what we will get? We will get error is equal to sine of x, that is actual minus approximated. And you know that the value of the error will have the same sign as of the first unused term. So now the sign is positive. So what will be this should be greater than 0. So by using this, what you can write, that sine of x is greater than, and this implies that x minus x square by 6 is less than sine of x by x. Now if you combine this 1 and I call it as 2, combining 1 and 2, what you will get? You will get the desired result. So now we have done a lot of question on this error estimation theorem and alternating series estimation theorem. So this completes your 2 units. According to your syllabus, this is your third and fourth unit, that is sequence and series expansion. So for these topics, just go to Thomas and Finney section 8.9 and 8.10 to solve more problems on this RET. So till now we have completed the 2 units, and the next topic, that is of partial differentiation and the multiple integrals, will be taken by Dr. Pathania. Thank you.